the volume strategy with the bullpen, and it's paid massive dividends for this team right out of the gate. I mean, some of the guys pitching in high leverage situations, I would say 99% of Mets fans didn't even know before the season started. What is that process like for you from actually scouting these arms and then having to project roles going into the long stretch of the season?
So we actually do our best not to project roles, right? You break camp, you're going to have some idea of how that first week is going to roll from a leverage standpoint. But we've all been around this enough to understand how bullpens evolve over the course of the year. And it's really tough to predict what your bullpen's going to look like in July or August based on what you have coming out of spring training. So what we've tried to do, and the philosophy that I try to take, is just give ourselves as many options as possible, with the understanding that if we do our job from a developmental standpoint and from a pitching coach standpoint, we should be able to help some of these guys improve. And we should be able to find ways for these guys to contribute at the major league level. And hopefully while we're doing that, we're creating different looks out of our pen. So hopefully we're not just acquiring the same type of pitcher over and over and over. I think it's very helpful for a manager and a pitching coach in game to be able to go down to their pen and have guys with different stuff packages that allow them to match up to a particular run of hitters maybe a little bit more effectively than if we're just acquiring the same type of pitcher. So those are some of the things I think about. But look, I wouldn't have projected Reed Garrett to have the type of start to the year that he had. I thought he'd impact our major league team. Certainly what we saw in spring training was really exciting, and it was clear he was getting better and really buying in some of the developmental principles that we had hoped he would buy into. But he's been arguably the best reliever in baseball, and that would be pretty tough for anyone to predict.